I'm Curtis Calhoun with Low Kick MMA, and today I am joined by UFC lightweight Terrance McKinney, who faces Fares Ziam at UFC Vegas 49, February 26th. Terrance, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Ready to get ready and keep this camp going and get ready to fight February 26th.
First things first, how are you feeling ahead of this fight, and what has camp been like for you so far?
It's been great. I'm getting the looks I needed. Probably the best shape I've ever been in for any of my fights. So I'm very excited for this one.
Absolutely. And when you look at Ziam's skill set, what are your thoughts on him as an opponent?
I think he's very good at the basics. He knows his timing, but I think the way to get him is pressure, and that's just what I bring.
Absolutely. And your UFC debut couldn't have gone much better against Matt Frevola at UFC 263. 7-second knockout. What were those moments like for you before and after the fight? Was it a surreal experience for you?
I was just giving God the glory, man, because like a few years ago I died twice, and for me to be here today is just nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, definitely. And what was it like after UFC 263 dealing with all the added media and the attention and all that?
I had a couple practice, like God bless me, I got a couple practice run-ins when I was wrestling, so like it was nothing I wasn't used to. I like being in the camera, like I love that stuff.
Definitely. And what was your family's reaction to the fight?
My mom was going crazy. Everyone's going crazy. They sent me reaction videos. It was lit.
Oh, man. Well, you've talked about the development of your stand-up. How comfortable are you with it now, especially after your recent run of fights?
I know for sure I can stand up with anyone in the world, and there's always room for improvement. And that's why I never stop grinding. I tell people my camps all the time, man, until I have that belt. It never ends.
And I'm sure because I believe you have quite the reach. Don't you have like a 75-inch reach? I believe.
Yeah, they have it wrong, but yeah, I almost have like a 75-inch reach.
So how much of a benefit is that in terms of developing your stand-up to have that reach?
It's nice because I know if they could touch me, I can always touch them, and I'm always gonna be specifically. It's not gonna look like I'm that long until like my punch is coming, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. And you came into MMA with a wrestling background. How important would you say it is for athletes to start MMA with a solid grappling base early on?
I just think it's important to have because all these guys just want to do hands and stuff, and then they could be winning a fight, and the next thing you know, they're submitted. So always, that's why I did grappling first because I didn't want to be like beating someone up or rocking them, and then bam, caught in submission at the tap and stuff. So I just thought that was number one thing to learn because I seen that countless of times someone's waiting to get rear naked or armbar or something like that. So I knew the things I wanted to avoid it, and I knew that grappling first was definitely important.
And you came out of high school as a really highly touted wrestling recruit. What was high school wrestling like, and how did that propel you to where you are now in MMA?
Probably the best years of my life. Something I never forget. I had a great coach, Sean Howard. He was my best friend, and it's kind of like all I could think about when I was in high school.
Absolutely. And tell me about your coach now, Pablo Alonso. What has been his influence on you and your career to this point?
Paulo Alonso's been huge for me. I'm myself. I listen to the guy, whatever he's been telling me. I've been getting a knockout every time, so I'm trusting that guy with all my heart, and whatever he tells me, I'm gonna do.
Absolutely. And what are some of your goals for 2022?
I want to finish 4-0 on the year, and I want to be in the top 10 of the UFC before the year ends.
Absolutely. And who are some fighters around the sport who you take inspiration and motivation from? Who do you like watching and learning from?
Michael Chiesa, because he's so good at controlling people and making people fall into his game, which he's really good at. And I like watching Israel Adesanya, Peter Yan, and Corey Sandhagen just for the strike. And I love how those guys get down.
What are your thoughts on Adesanya Whitaker 2 coming up here?
I think this one goes to decision. So but same result. I see Izzy definitely winning.
All right. And big title fight coming up announced in your division recently, Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje at UFC 274. How do you see that matchup playing out?
I'm definitely gonna go with Justin Gaethje because Oliveira gets rocked a lot, and Justin Gaethje knows how to finish if you're hurt big time.
Yeah, definitely. And I actually watched a UFC video on you and your story in Spokane and your past issues with drugs and all that. How do you want to inspire people with your story? And what are your plans for that moving forward?
I still be doing speaking engagements because I like to give back. If my story can help one person reach their dream or get out of that little hiccup, then it's an honor for me, man. I'm here to show people that God's the way and he can help you heal, you know. You don't, and you're not the only one that suffered made a mistake, you know. So that's why I'm here to be that light in the world, not just someone that fights. I want to do more than that.
And especially after your last fight and when the video came out and all that by the UFC, did a lot of people reach out to you saying that you inspired them and all that?
Yes, man. I know God bless me, man. They did such a good job on that video. And I feel like it did exactly what it's supposed to. And I'm very happy for it.
Absolutely. And last question for me, what's the key to getting your hand raised on the 26th? And what can fans expect from you in 2022?
Just me staying active. Expect lots of explosive finishes. And expect me to put it all on the line every time, you know, just the same way you guys do when you guys buy enough fights, man. This is for you guys. I love you guys. And I just want to give a big shout out to God, you know, for all the opportunities he's blessed me with. And I'm forever grateful.
Before we wrap things up here, I'll give you the final word to shout out any sponsors you have. Shout out your team if you want. Let the fans know where they can find you on social media too.
All right, yeah. You guys can find me at T-Rex155 on Instagram and Twitter, and then T-Rex90. Let me look at it. Hold on, sorry for my TikTok.
Oh, you're good.
And it's T-Rex95 on TikTok if you want to find me there. And shout out to Warrior Camp. Shout out to Irena Sports Agency, and shout out to my family for holding it down. Without that support team, none of this is possible, and God first every time.
Awesome, man. Well, Terrance, I really appreciate the time. Thanks again, and we can't wait for the fight, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Stay blessed, brother.
Make sure to subscribe to the Low Kick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.